Hey guys, it's Andrew with the Avalon Legacy, and I thought it's been a while since I made a binder video, so I thought I would show one of my favorite binders. I own this beautiful World's 27, no, well, I'm so used to saying that, 2008 binder I got from eBay a long time ago. I obviously bought it because Galliard is on it. He's my favorite Pokemon. The colors just look really good. I love the aesthetic of this World Championships with the orange and the tropical vibes. I think it was in Hawaii, if I remember right. It doesn't say, but I want to say that it was Hawaii. Lucario, also one of my favorite Pokemon. Yeah, I love the Pachirisu chewing on the orange. It's so cute. This is by, oh my god, it looks like Sayat Tsuruta, but I don't remember if they were doing art around this time. I don't remember. So this binder is mostly my stamped card collection. It has stamped cards. It has like random special like sets that don't really fit anywhere else. So we'll just go through, I'll talk about a few of them. Right at the beginning, fittingly, I have my World Championships like collection, quote unquote. I have 3 cards from every year. Where one of them is backwards to show the logo, that's on the back of all the cards. And then I usually have one Pokemon and one trainer. Some years I mix it up just to get, certain cards to fit in, or cards that I wanted to display in here. So 2004, was the first official World Championships, where the Team Magma deck dominated. And I just love that card. I love Claydol. And then we have the Jirachi, which is stupid expensive. I don't know how much the World Championship ones are going for, but the regular one, this is like one of the most playable cards in the format. I still need the hollow one for my Deoxys set. And then we have Espeon EX, which is sick because, like, obviously they're non-hollow. All 3 of these are normally hollows, but the EXs just look really cool not being hollow. And then we go next page here. We got Field Worker for the trainer. We got Rayquaza EX Delta Species, which is sick. So I don't own the Espeon or the Rayquaza in like regular hollow normal from the set, so I got the World Championship ones because of that mostly. Then we got Gardevoir for 2008. Luxray Geo Level X for 2009, which is one of the greatest cards ever printed, pretty much. Galliard, my favorite Pokemon, for 2010. It makes me so happy that Galliard has been in World Championship decks. Like, he has been competitive many times, which is sick. So this is the one deviation, we got the Rayquaza and Deoxys Legend, which is sick that it's a non-hollow. That's actually my favorite of all the Legend cards, too. So it's really sick to see it in non-hollow. So that, I wasn't gonna have a trainer there because it would mess up the 3 for each year. But then we have Celebi Prime, also really cool to see a non-hollow, and with the Ruins of Elf for 2012. And then we got, so now 2013 Team Plasma Deoxys, sick. I love that card. 2014 Mega Kangaskhan, which is awesome. I played that deck. It was very, very fun. I love Mega Kangaskhan. Then we got Articuno Ancient Trait for 2015. So I did kind of a thing where I wanted like at least one type of card that existed. So like we have, Owner's Pokemon, EX, Delta Species, and then just a regular, Diamond Pro Pokemon. But then we have a SP Pokemon, we have a Legend, we have Prime, EX, Mega EX, Ancient Trait, Break with 2016, the Yanmega, which is cool seeing Breaks non-hollow because there's no pattern, it's just solid white. And then I started including, A-Specs. I got A-Spec, I got a Tool A-Spec, I got the Flare Tool, I got the dual stadiums, whatever you want to call them, and then a Guzma. I am missing Beast Ring. I want to get Beast Ring for here, and I'm missing a duplicate card because I just bought the Kartana, and that's it. Because now I have, continuing, I have Break GX, Ultra Beast GX. That's 2016, 17, 18. 2019, we got Tag Team GX and Prism Star Trainer, which I think that's the only Prism Star, right? Yeah. So yeah, Prism Star, and then kind of started going off the deviation even more every year now because there's been multiple types of cards every year. So you've got VMAX and V-Star. RCS and Flying Pikachu, which were in the same deck, if I remember right. Yeah, same signatures on there. That's a crazy card because it's like, it was a Celebrations card. It wasn't meant to be played, but it's so good. Or it was so good. And it's not a holo, of course, no texture. It's just so cool seeing atypical cards like that. And then for Scarlet and Violet, you know, end of Sword and Shield, we got Lost Zone card and an EX. So this coming year, I'm probably going to have like a Paradox Pokemon and a Terra. Yeah, probably. And then I have an extra page here. And then now we're going into pre-release promos. So I do have these 3 from the original WotC pre-releases. I didn't go to these. I just bought them and got them. Forgot how I got both of these, the 2 water type ones. I got them as the sets were like released, basically, as they were coming out when they first came out back in the day. But I didn't get them from pre-releases. I got them from like friends and stuff who somehow got them. I was just like, I was too nervous to go to pre-releases back then, so I just didn't, even though it would have been sick to go. And I have this Tropius because it's the pre-release card from my favorite set, Rising Rivals. That's the only reason I have that there, really. And then I have, starting with Heart Gold Soul Silver, I want to get at least 1 from each pre-release with the set stamp. So like Heart Gold Soul Silver is when they started doing that. So they have the Pichu. That's definitely one of my favorites. And he's not normally holo in the set. Neither is Blastoise or Leafeon or Electivire or Snorlax. So I thought it was really cool that they did that. In Japanese, this was a holo. So, and then, you know, starting in Black and White, it, you know, ends perfectly with Call of Legends there, and then Black and White starts here. So at first they were only doing, you know, 1 promo per set up until, was it Fates Collide, I think? So, like, you know, these are the only pre-release promos that are available for these. Most of them were alternate arts of cards that were already in the set. Starting with, I think Volcarona was the first one. Like, because these 4 are just the regular arts that are in the set, but now they're holo with a stamp. But starting with Volcarona, they were alt arts. Up until Aegislash. Oh, actually, Tornadus was a Japanese promo that they just put in Legendary Treasures. But Aegislash was the first one that was just from the set again, without an alternate art. But then in Flashfire, the set right after, they started doing alt arts again. Makes me sad because I wish Aegislash got an alt art. But we do have the sick Ancient Trait ones down here, which are so cool. I know that Gyarados is pretty expensive now. It was not before. And then continuing to the XY Break series, we got Breakthrough. Fates Collide is when they started doing 4 promos for each set. So I just picked like my favorite one from each set, basically. So I got Zygarde, Hoopa. I got the Gyarados. I did pull the Charizard in my pre-release kit when I went to an Evolutions pre-release. I eventually sold that when it was like stupid expensive. And then bought the Gyarados instead because that's actually my favorite of the 4. And then Sun and Moon, you know, kept going with the alt arts. That Jirachi was stupid expensive when it first came out. Super playable. And then Sword and Shield starts down here in the bottom right. And then this is where I start missing. I was caught up all the way until here, but I never got one for Rumble Clash. Because when I got my pre-release kit in the mail, it had a freaking, what was that card? Malamar? Or it was some that I didn't want. But then I didn't get the Hydreigon and the Lugia. I got that for a really good price. I got it for like $12 or something when it was like $40. I don't know how expensive it is right now, but I do like that card a lot. I'm missing those. I got the Flaffy, blah, blah, blah. Comfy, I like that one because the Lost Zone stuff has the holo in it. It's cool. Yeah, Scarlet and Violet, we're missing a bunch. And then, you know, Surging Sparks, I need to get one. And then on this page, we have the technically complete best of game promos. Like, I have 1 through 9, because there's only 9 cards in the set. But some of them came in winter stamp versions. I believe all of them come in winter stamp versions, except the Elm. And then the Rockets Mewtwo and Rockets Hitmonchan only came in winter stamp versions. So, like, that's the versions I have here. And this card, I don't know about the Hitmonchan, but this card is stupid expensive now. This is one of my favorite cards of all time. I just love Rockets Mewtwo. Even though I was never a huge fan of Mewtwo himself. I'm a bigger fan now. But I've always loved Rockets Mewtwo just because it was the first card with 3 attacks. Yeah, very glad to have this card. I got it for a really good deal. Like at the beginning of the pandemic before it like really exploded. And then we got both of the Pikachu World Collection sets. So like this was the original like WotC Arrow one they did in like, I think it was like 2001 if I remember right. Except I did, for some reason when I was younger, I traded one of the promos. So now I have the E3 Pikachu here instead. I forgot which language it was that I sold. Oh, it was the Snap Pikachu. I traded it like a dummy. But I do have another set of this World Championships collection and still in the folder. So I have that separately. But these are my original ones from when I was younger. And then on this one we got was it 2012? 2010. Like right at the end of the Heart Gold Soul Silver era, they did this secondary World collection. And someone pointed out to me, I forget who it was, someone on Instagram made a post and they were talking about these cards. So they're each different languages. They have the colors of the flags of those countries like in their artwork basically, except for Japan. Japan's weird. I don't know why they did that. Could have just been red in the background. But like the United States one or the English one has like the Grand Canyon, and then you can see stripes, for the strata in the Grand Canyon, and the sky is blue and there's stars in the sky for the American flag. And the Polish one, has the two Polish, the white and the red. Yeah, really cool. My favorite is actually the, what is it, Spanish, I think? It's not Portuguese. I think that's Portuguese. I think this is Spanish, but I love it. It's by Kagamaru Himeno, and the colors are just so nice on that one. Like the greens and the oranges. Of course, it's a sunset scene too, so I'm a sucker for those. And then I have a small selection of Pop Series cards, going from 1 through 9. I'm not trying to get all of them, I just a certain amount, random ones that I like. I really like the Plus One Mine on down here that connect, by Kanako Ao, right? Oh no, that's Sumiyoshi Kazuki. I love the Pichu Bros. That's a great card, one of those one-off cards. I need the Raikou Suicune. I only have the Entei, but I do have all 3 evolutions. So this is like a mix of holo and non-holo Pop Series cards that I've collected. I have this Deoxys, which is, I don't want to misquote this, but I think it's either the only or one of 2 Delta Species cards that have the Galaxy foil instead of the line holo. So I love that card. That's one of my favorite cards ever made, probably. I got both holo and non-holo Lugia and Ho-Oh by Mitsuru Arita. I love those ones. Delta Species Pikachu's nice. I love the Ampharos right here by Koki Saito. That's the holo version. I forget. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure there's another one other card that has a Galaxy foil that's Delta Species. And then I got the Shattered foil of these ones and the Raichu down there. And the Rotom, technically, even though it's just in the frame instead of the reverse. And then we go into the trainer deck, or trainer kit cards. So like they stopped doing those at the end of the Sun and Moon era, I think, if I remember right. But I have the holo. I want the holo of each of those. So I got the Lattice and Latios plus a mine on Raichu and Gyarados, Manaphy and Lucario. Actually, those two go together. Those two. I'm missing the Wigglytuff and whatever these are. There was another XY trainer collection, or a trainer thing. I forgot what they are. Then we got the Lycanroc, Alolan Raichu, Lattice and Latios again. And then there's 2 more that I'm missing. And then I put a Greninja here to fill in the spot because I have these from the XY Kalos starter sets or whatever. To fill in those spots. I try to fill in as many spots as I can. I don't like to have open spaces for, if sets aren't complete or don't fit until the end of a page. And then we go into the food promos, I like to call them, because this was the first one. I think this was the first one they ever made, which is a gold bordered Meowth. It was in like Fruit Roll-Ups or something, if I remember right. Fruit by the Foot, one of those. I think I got this from my friend Nick. I'm pretty sure. I remember vaguely, but also vividly being at his house and him just giving it to me or something. Anyway, it's just special. It is in horrible condition. You can see the little thing at the top. But anyway, then when McDonald started doing their promos, some of them are stamped, some aren't. I don't know why they did that. So these are the ones that are not stamped specifically. So, all those black and white ones we got. This is some Sun and Moon Arrow ones, and then Sword and Shield. I love that Smeargle. That's one of my favorite Smeargle cards. I love how they made it a holo. Same thing with that Porygon. I love that Porygon. These were McDonald's promos, but the Cubone was a Kellogg's cereal promo. It has that very unique foil. I really like that one. And Cubone's adorable. That's by Soso, yeah. And then I'm missing the other 2 starters, and then I want this to be a Lowland Dugtrio from one of the years. And then this is, I might reformat this a little bit, but I want them to have them next to each other because I'm going to have one of each type here from the Classic Collection. Or, sorry, it's not called Classic Collection. TCG Classic box set thing. I want the Chansey to go there and Blastoise to go there, so that'll look nice. Those are pretty much my favorite card of every type. And then on the back here, I'm going to have just like 9 other cards I really like from that collection because I do really like how those look. The Mr. Mime's really special because it was a vending card in Japanese, so we never got it in English until this collection. And it's the only card that's like that, which is sick. And then we have more random other stamped promos again. So I have the W stamp Pikachu. I got that from my friend John. I got the W stamped Dark Arbok and Psyduck. I bought this on eBay way more recently, and I don't remember where I got that one from. Then I have a winter stamped Rocket Sneasel, so I have the regular and winter stamped ones of those. Then I have the sick winter stamped Flygon. This card is sick because it's not a holo in the main set. There's a 6 swirl right there. The winter isn't actually stamped. It's actually part of the artwork. It's very rare that they do that. That was worth a good amount at one point. I don't know if it still is. Then I have the Destiny Deoxys movie stamped promo there. I love that card. That was one of my favorites. We have Pokemon Rocks America 20... I always forget the year on this one. 2005 or 6? I think it's a 5. Lugia. I got the Platinum Burger King stamped Giratina. And then starting the Pokemon Rumble promos, I have the Mewtwo there. I traded all the other ones except for the Mew, but I have these ones still. I traded the Pikachu, which is a bad mistake, a big mistake on my part. But I love the Diglett. That's actually like my second favorite one after the Mew. The card is great too. I mean, they're all great, let's be real. And then we got more McDonald's promos, but these ones are actually stamped. I got the Honedge down there. I moved him. He should go here, but I wanted all 3 of these Astros Pikachu to be like in a row. I might do something about that at some point, but I wanted this page works out very perfectly with the rest of the promos. So I have the Toys R Us Vulpix, Alolan Vulpix. I have the Pokemon Dice Roulette, and then I still need this Quaxly, or the Sprigatito and Fuecoco from, what was it, GameStop and Best Buy. I have that one. And then I have one of the Terrapagos, and then the 2 Horizons Great Adventure or Grand Adventure box. I love that card. It's adorable. Sprigatito is the best. And then we got, on this side, we got the, what are those called? Battle Academy. This was the first one they made. I'm still missing the other 2, and I want to put them on this page. And then the next page we got here, this is my favorite starter from each generation of the McDonald's 25th anniversary promos. So, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I had Pikachu just because he was the outlier, basically. And then my 3 favorite starters I put in a holo. So I got my favorite Cyndaquil. Well, he was my favorite, now Sprigatito is. But at the time, Cyndaquil was my favorite. And then Scorbunny and then Rowlet. So like all 3 of those are my top 3. So yeah, that was fun. I got those from my brother's friend Thomas for some funds. And then we got some extra pre-release promos that I like, but not necessarily my favorite, that go earlier in the binder. So I do have a staff promo. Wow, Mudsdale. The name was right there. And I couldn't remember it. I got that from my friend Chuck, who used to live here, but he moved to California. And then I got Registeel, which is sick. I love that from Crimson Invasion. I have this really unique reverse Celestial Storm stamp Trico. It wasn't a pre-release promo. It just has the set stamp, but it's reverse Galaxy. The smooth Galaxy, so not the good one, unfortunately. I don't know why they made that. I don't even remember where it comes from. I gotta look that up, honestly. We got Suicune, Terrakion. I'm missing Articuno and Zapdos for the Galarian Bird promos, but I have Moltres because I pulled it. I got those. Scarlet Violet. I'm missing Iron Bundle to complete the Paradox Rift pre-release promos because that's my favorite Scarlet Violet set so far. I need Miraidon because I pulled Koraidon. There's an Infernape who's pretty cool, I guess, and Bouffalant. So I just have extra space for more of those. And then I have 2 of the 3 sets of the Halloween booster bundle trick or trade things, which are set because it gives holos to cards that didn't normally have holos, like that. So I'm pretty sure that was a non-holo in Rebel Clash. Trevenant by Kawaii, which is awesome. There's that Mewtwo, which was non-holo, which is a holo now. Mimikyu, oh, he's a rare. I don't know if he was a rare non-holo, though. But that's sick. I love that Dusknoir. I think that was a holo normally, though. Random Cubone. And that Darkrai's sick, too. I'm missing 2023, but I do have 2024, which starts down here. It's Rattito. I love the Ogre Bonds. So, like, these are sick, obviously, because they have the Galaxy foil. 2023 didn't, did it? I don't remember. I don't think it did. But anyway, the Pikachu's sick. Ogerpon, great. Mimikyu, again, really good. Fluttermane, amazing. I like how they did the Loyal 3, too. Umbreon's not holo, though. That would have been so sick. But I get it. They only gave holos to Pokemon that already were rare. But it would have been really cool. And then... okay, so these were the championship stamp promos, like regionals. Back when they had cities, that Glaceon's a city stamp. Umbreon's a regional. I'm very glad to have that. It's not the staff, but it's still pretty expensive. And that Vaporeon is a... what is it? State, province, territory. Yeah, those are pretty equivalent. So, and then regional. That's a city. That's a state, province, whatever. I'm missing a second Aegislash. I have one, but it's a staff stamp promo. It's in one of my ultra rare binders. I got the Parallel City stamped one from City, which is really cool. I got the regional Guzma, Gladion, two of my favorite human characters. Same thing with the Arven. I got the Prism's Lecture from the regional too, which is sick. This Arven I got from Hartford Regionals last year. That was last year, right? Is that last year or 2 years ago? I think it was last year. Yeah, it was last year. I love Arven, so. And then we got another one of my favorite human characters, and my literal favorite human character in Pokemon. These are the League stamped ones. I forgot what I want to put there. Some other trainer. I got, a bunch of these. So these are ones that I mostly got from going to leagues myself because I was playing during this time when Sun and Moon was the current meta. So I got all those. I've got those. These three I won famously with my Zeraora GX deck that I took to locals and, leagues. And I won all three of these. That was my first time ever coming in first place at locals. Yeah, at league locals, yeah. So I got all those. And then Jumpluff, pretty famous deck. Some trainers and starting Sword and Shield. Obviously, they were doing that, and then they started doing the Play Series prize packs. So I haven't pulled anything crazy from those, unfortunately, because I don't get them very often. But I got some holo Pokemon and trainers, mostly trainers. I got that Arven from my friend Greg, which is awesome. It's nice to have different varieties of that. And then we got the special, these are they were the TR rarity cards in Japanese during the Sun and Moon era. I'm missing a few of them, but not all of them came out in English, and some of them came out in different products than, whatever, the regionals. So Volkner was a placement in the league, Guzma was a regional, Cynthia was regional, Kiawe was not a placed league, so you just got it for entering. Whereas opposed to Volkner, you'd have to get in a place, so, third place. I forget if I won that myself or not. I don't think I did. But then Sightseer was released as part of one of those trainer kit things, whatever they were called. I forget what they were actually called, but so that's a non-holo. And then Gladion never came out in English, so I have that in Japanese. I do have the Lily, which was a regional promo, yep. And then the Lusamine was a league placement. So all three of them are different, which is crazy. But I love those. Those are three of my favorite trainer cards. Sightseer, right? No, Lady or whatever. Lady Outing or Lady. One of those. She would never come out in English. Welder was regional. Album's Lecture was league placement. League Challenge. Sorry, I just noticed that said that. Okay, so I didn't even notice there was a difference. So this says Pokemon League. These ones say League Challenge. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. And then I have just some extra alternate art, or what they used to call alternate art, the yellow A promo, the yellow A at the bottom, which you cannot see. Hold on, I'll show you. So they used to have this yellow A at the bottom to denote that it was like an alternate art of a card that's in a set or whatever. before Sword and Shield came along. I was like, oh, this makes more sense because now we have regulation marks. And then, you know, those were the supporters, but then they also did items, and yeah, they're actually all items, I'm pretty sure. So, like, same thing. Some of them didn't come out in English. Some of them were, God, what is this one? North America, like, Intercontinental, right? I'm pretty sure. Like NAIC and EUAC, or LAC, whatever they're called. So that used to be expensive. I don't remember how much it was now, how much it is now. But then most of these were just league participation promos. There's a Beast Ring up there. That never came out in English. Cherish Ball. That's a League Cup promo, which is cool. And I'm missing something there. I got all of these. Oh no, I'm missing one there. Rotom Dex never came out in English, which makes me sad. Nest Ball never came out in English for some reason. Pokemon Communication is Oceania regional. Or maybe not even regional, just event. This was also kind of expensive at one point. I don't know if it still is. But it is very cool to have. And then Vulpix and Sandshrew to match those. And then Curly and Altaria there. I'm missing these are going to be the Oyama illustrated item cards. This is the only one that never came out in English. The other ones were in the toolkit. That's what it's called, Trainer's Toolkit. And then I got the Amelicart, whatever these are freaking called, items from the other Trainer's Toolkit. I haven't done those for Scarlet and Violet yet, which is interesting. I don't know if they'll continue that. But I was always a fan of that, like, alternate style. And that's it. Okay. Well, that was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this very specialty binder. I have fun with it. I should really complete some of these because it's really not cheap for a lot of the things that are in here, but, you know, one step at a time. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Follow me on Instagram. Bye.